911, where's the emergency?
I'm at Crow Spring Park in Wright County off of Highway 25.
Yep.
I just pulled into the park here and there's somebody laying here. It looks like they're dead.
On today's case, we're talking about a girl whose friends were closer than her family. They were there for her when no one else was. And then they took her life. Let's get into it. What a beautiful sunrise. Things aren't as beautiful for 19-year-old Cheyenne. Yeah, she's from Buffalo, Minnesota, a real small town. She had her friends and her nice little life. Everything was beautiful. But then, she got pregnant. She's only 15 years old. She couldn't quite get a job. So she was really reliant on the baby daddy. But then, baby daddy left. So she was kind of struggling on her own with really nothing to do, nowhere to go. So unfortunately, the baby had to go stay with her mom. And after this, she moved to a small local town called Maple Lake. And this was like the beginning of her new life. Her new roommates were like her best friends. They were her homies. They were better than friends. They were like her family. She did everything with them. She told them everything. They meant everything to her. She would have done anything for them. But there was one problem. They had boyfriends. She didn't have a boyfriend. So what did she do? She went out and got her a boyfriend. This is Devin, her new boyfriend. Her friends hated him. But she didn't care though. She loved him. And they spent all their time together. And when she turned up missing, all her friends said that Devin did it. But when the cops tracked him down, he had been arrested the day before. So the times didn't quite add up. So they went ahead and interviewed him. Let's watch that interview together. But I gotta warn you, he's high as a kite, so he's kinda hard to follow. But we'll make it through together.
Today's date is June 1st, 2016. This is ICR number 1601-4706, Detective Adams, Wright County Sheriff's Office. Present with Devin. How do I see your last name?
Boyles.
Boyles. What's your middle name, Devin?
Carl.
K or C?
C.
And your date of birth?
7/28/92.
I gotta read you Miranda too because you're in custody, you understand?
Look at him. Just sitting there. Looking like he don't even care. Got his hands all crossed. He's probably still coming down off them drugs. Probably just wants to go back to his cell, eat some of that peanut butter.
Okay, I need to talk to you about Cheyenne. Can you pronounce your last name for me?
Cole.
You say how?
Cole.
There's nothing here, I'm sorry. Cole?
Yeah, COLCOUGH.
Okay. You got arrested by bounty hunters?
Yes.
When was that?
Yesterday.
Yesterday? Where was that
This
at?
is the 30th
The 30th?
in Maple Lake.
Okay, where at Maple Lake?
I don't know the address of the house.
Whose house was it?
A friend of me is Justin.
Justin's house?
Yeah.
You know his last name?
No.
Do you know what he looks like?
He had short hair, green.
How about this? Black, white, Hispanic.
White.
Okay. Male, obviously.
Yep.
A whole.
May 20th.
Shorter hair, you said?
Yeah, like no hair.
To no hair?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of build? Tall, short?
Taller.
About how tall?
6 feet.
What did he weigh about? Approximately.
155 to 160.
To 170 what?
160.
160, sorry. His name is Justin. You don't know his last name?
No.
Okay. And that was in Maple Lake. What time were you arrested?
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
1 p.m.? Okay. Look, I mean, I know there's meth use and whatever and stuff going on at the house. So, I told you what has happened to Natasha, or excuse me, to Cheyenne. And the situation basically is not good. Can you help me out with kind of knowing what would have led to that? Someone being absolutely brutally upset with her to go to the level of trying to kill her?
I don't know, man. You can talk to Justin.
Well, they're going to try to now, but we can't locate him. So...
Where did it happen and where was she?
It was out in the country, in a secluded place. We just found her laying on the ground this morning.
Sure, right now.
She's at Mercy Hospital with a bullet through her head. She's in horrible shape, and we don't know if she's going to make it through the night. Who do you think she would have been hanging out with early in the morning hours last night?
I don't know who she would have been hanging out with.
I understand. Would she have been hanging out with Justin?
Maybe.
Natasha? Are they meth users? Okay. Why were you guys at Justin's house?
Because he's a buddy of mine.
Because he's a buddy of yours.
And hers.
And hers. So Cheyenne and Justin got along?
Yeah. But he could have did it, I don't know.
Does he have any weapons?
Yeah. What kind of weapon was it?
Well, I'm not positive yet because of the operation procedure and stuff. So, what kind of weapons does he have?
He can get his hand in it.
He can. Does he have weapons at the house?
22, I think.
Is that a rifle or a handgun?
Rifle.
Okay. Where do you see the 22 rifle at?
He just carries it around.
Around the house?
Yeah.
Does he bring it from his room or somewhere, or get it from the garage? Or... Okay. Why does he carry it around the house?
Because he's psychopath. I don't know, man.
Hey, if you were me, where would you look?
Justin's house. Go find him.
Why Justin's house, though?
Because that's the last place he was.
Now you know.
Yeah.
And that was at 1 o'clock
In the afternoon.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Was she saying she's planning to go anywhere?
No. He was sleeping.
Okay, does she have a cell phone?
Cheyenne?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of phone is it?
HTC.
Is it a smartphone or a flip phone?
Smartphone.
Is it registered to her?
Yes.
What's the number? Do you know it?
It's in a robbery.
Can we go get that real bit? Not right now.
Yeah, and it's Verizon.
Verizon. The car that she's been using, that one from Iowa. I know it's stolen. I don't care.
She was driving it.
I don't know where would I find that? Where would
That's
I
at
find
Justin's house.
Where at?
Behind the side of the garage.
When you were arrested, it was there? On the back alley side?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it in the garage?
No.
Did you guys park it anywhere else ever to kind of keep it away from you guys?
No.
Did Justin ever use that car?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know if he used it yesterday or not.
How about before that?
No.
You don't think he's used it?
I know he hasn't used it.
Okay. Okay. You got my card? You didn't tear it up?
No, I didn't turn up.
Okay. Will you contact me when you get a little more feeling better?
Yeah.
Can I come down and talk to you again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be in a different jail though.
Where at?
I don't know, I got holds all over.
Okay.
Stearns, and Scott.
Okay. Then you know what happens. I may come down in the morning and talk to you. Get you on more sleep.
Let me know if I need to come make it or something.
I'll let you know when I know tomorrow. When I come down, okay? If you think of anything in the meantime, will you please let us know? Okay. Thank you.
So it's looking like he really didn't have anything to do with this, and the car was already parked at his house. So with all this information, the cops decide to turn their attention to the roommates. So they decided just to go to their house, do a little check, ask them some questions, and see what they have to say about Cheyenne's disappearance. And let's see what they found when they got there.
This door had to be forced open. It was just a bit of a patio area. The majority of things you see were all done prior to our entry. As far as the why everything is located where it is.
Uh-oh. Looks like somebody skipped town. All that drug use and murdering got you a little freaked out, huh? So after just taking what they needed and dipping town, they left so fast that they forgot a few key elements, like bullet casing and their ID, which will all come back to haunt them later. So the cops had their work cut out for them. But with today's technology, a quick little scan on the Facebook, and a couple little clicks gathering some phone data location, it didn't take them long to track the group of killers heading towards the border. They also got them on CCTV footage. Shows them at the gas station buying supplies for their great getaway. They were arrested real quick and brought in for questioning. Callie was first, high as a kite. You're gonna love this interview.
So when did you decide to come up here?
My family had this planned out with their family for a while to come up here, and we were only supposed to be here for like a night or two and then go home. And then I don't know.
Prior to coming up here, where were you?
Maple Lake.
Maple Lake? You know what day you left to come up here? Say again?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I don't remember
How did you get up here?
a friend that was with us. He drove, but I don't know, he kind of just ditched us.
So who's your friend that drove you up here?
I don't know his real name because he has a nickname. I don't know his real name. Call him Jimmy John.
Call him what?
Jimmy John?
Jimmy John? Can you describe Jimmy John to me?
I don't know.
It's a white male, Hispanic male, African American, Native American?
White.
White male? Okay.
There was a situation that happened where Cheyenne started freaking out at Natasha, saying that she snitched on her boyfriend. And so Natasha told her she had to leave. And I came out of the room. And see, some of Cheyenne's stuff was still in my room because she had brought everything in there and left it all in there when she went to go nap earlier, and she never came and got it. So then I was like, because she was freaking out my sister, I just said.
Say again?
Because she's freaking out my sister.
Who's your sister?
I call Natasha my sister. I just said.
Can you repeat that? I couldn't understand what you said, Callie. She saw stuff in your room? Is that what you said? What did you say?
Cheyenne's stuff was in my room, like all of her big belongings that she had with her. She kind of just left them in there when I woke her up in our room to go nap in the other room. She got up and left all her stuff in there. So then I just told her, just get your stuff and go. And that was the last thing I ever said. Just take her stuff and get out, basically. Cause,
So you told her to leave?
yeah. Well,
Why'd you tell her to leave?
because she was starting fights at the house that didn't need to happen. Like, not. Like, she was freaking out for no reason.
You mean like a verbal altercation, a physical altercation? What do you mean by fighting? Describe that to me.
Verbal.
Verbal? What are they saying?
She was calling her. Cheyenne was calling Natasha a snitch.
And what did Tasha say? How'd she react?
I don't remember exactly what she said to her. Something.
Did she give it back to her? I mean, how did she react to that?
What?
I'm asking, how did Tasha react to Cheyenne yelling at her, claiming that she was a snitch?
I don't remember exactly how she reacted. I know that she called Justin and said that she was freaking out at her, and then Justin just said, then tell her to leave and ride out of there or something, and Cheyenne got a ride. I don't know what happened after that. Then Justin came home. It was me, Natasha, Justin, and Sean all at home.
Okay. But you told me just like 2 minutes ago, you said you told her to leave and get her stuff and go.
Yeah, out of my room.
Okay.
And then they told her to, like, she had to leave the house.
Okay.
And
So Natasha called Justin, told Justin, Cheyenne's freaking out. And Justin recommended that she just grab her items and get the heck out. Is that what you're saying?
well, yeah.
Well, it's obvious she had something to do with it. Now, it's Natasha's turn. Let's hope she's a little more clear-headed and can actually put together a complete sentence.
Hi, I'm Detective Ellis, the Ray County Sheriff's Office. It's Detective Lindquist. So, we're here to talk about something, and I think you probably know what that is. Okay.
You don't know about Cheyenne.
Right. What do you know of why we want to talk to you?
She was killed. I'm not gonna lie for anybody anymore.
Please don't.
I was freaking out because I wanted to turn myself in, and they told me that I was stupid. I was like, I understand, but I didn't kill Cheyenne, and I don't want to be blamed for killing Cheyenne.
$1 million question, honey. This is your life on the line. Either you cooperate or not. She thought you turned her boyfriend in, and then what happened?
It was like 1 o'clock at night, and it was just Cheyenne and I and Kelly. And she got all snippety with me for turning him in and started getting loud, and I told her she needed to leave the house. And Justin wasn't home yet. And I was like, listen, you have to, until Justin gets here to get out. And she's like, I'm not leaving. And she kept getting disrespectful, rude, and making snarky comments. And I was like, listen, either you leave now or I call the police. And then she started getting all smart about, well, if you're gonna turn me in, then we're just gonna turn Callie in also. Cheyenne was walking out the door, and she made a smart comment. They grabbed her by the back of her hoodie and pulled her to the door to tell her that she didn't need to be disrespectful. So I went out the gun, and I put it in the backpack, and I brought it, and I gave it to Justin, and then Justin said that Cheyenne was gonna get a ride home with Eddie and Sean.
What happens to Cheyenne and the others?
They came back about a half hour later.
Who's they?
Eddie and Sean.
Okay.
And Sean Cheyenne.
What did you say?
Sean shot Cheyenne. Sean couldn't get the gun to work, and so he had to show him how to do it. And then he missed her head and shot her in the back, and she started running. And Eddie had to like pin her down and restrain her. I was at home with Kelly and Justin. I am not the one that gave her a ride. I can't tell you what park he was at, and I don't even know how to load a on it. And I ain't going down for murder for someone and I wasn't even there.
Sweetheart, you were the one fighting with her. Justin's your boyfriend.
Yeah, I fought with her before she left.
And you guys didn't want her at your house.
No. I wanted her out.
So your boyfriend gets a gun from you that ultimately kills her.
You're not gonna believe this. Well, they never found the murder weapon, and they charged the 3 guys with second-degree intentional murder, and they all got 30 to 40 years in prison. And here's the kicker. The 2 girls, the mastermind, they got no years. Apparently there was not enough evidence to convict them, blaming it all on the fellas, and they said they were doing it for the ladies. Tell me what you think in the comments. Was justice actually served?
A body.
Really?
Yep. I've gathered evidence. There's forensics evidence, there's biological evidence, there's DNA evidence, that's the reason you're sitting in this room today.
This is Brenda Cross. This is John Eisman. They're being questioned for the disappearance of Andrew Sorensen. He went missing. He's their daughter's boyfriend. What follows is some pretty intense interrogation. Let's get into it.
He's zip tied in hands. He won't quit being a dumbass. You zip tie his feet. He won't shut up. So you put a sock in his mouth and then tape. And then he's still being a...
Some call him a father. Some call him a monster. But what you're about to hear in this case are some disturbing details of how one father would do anything to protect his daughter from a predator.
I got called out the night.
Are you trying to trick me?
No, I'm not. I will never trick you. I will promise you that. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened.
On November 1st, 2020, Andrew Sorensen's body was reported missing by his mom in Spokane, Washington. A year later, on October 22nd, 2021, his body was discovered in the trunk of an abandoned car after locals were complaining about a foul odor. Inside the car was crucial evidence, and the owner of the car belonged to Brenda Cross. The connection became clear. Andrew was dating John's daughter. Without hesitation, cops brought both of them in for questioning. And the way they connected the dots, no one saw coming, but it all pointed to a brutal, calculated act of revenge.
When they arrested you, did they tell you what the charge was?
Am I arrested?
Yeah.
They didn't tell me.
Yeah, they did arrest you, so you are under arrest.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Yeah, so you are under arrest. So.
And what am I arrested for?
Murder.
Really?
Yeah. You are arrested for murder. Yeah. And obviously, my job as a detective is I investigate. I've been doing this for 36 years. So, in fact, I'm hoping to do like one more, and you're going to see me retire.
Good for you.
But I've been doing this for 36 years, and I've learned over the course of that years that there's always 2 sides to a story. I mean, I understand that. Nothing that happens in a person's life is black and white. I mean, there's gray areas. There's things that happen in our lives that affect how we act, what we do, and nothing's black and white. Right. And I get that sometimes people that are good people, and I'm one of those people, can make a bad decision based on emotion or events or several other things. So what I like to do is I always like to collect both sides of the story, because I know there's 2 sides of a story. So I've kind of collected this side of the story. That
so who's murdered?
Huh?
Who's murdered?
Well, how about this? Because I could tell you the name, and I will tell you it here. Because I'm going to be, what I will tell you, John, is as we talk, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to bullshit you, not going to lie to you, not going to trick you. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay? Because that's who I am. I don't lie to people. I don't trick them. Like I told you earlier, there's always 2 sides of a story. So my job is to gather the facts, the information and everything else, and then try to make an intelligent decision about what it is. Okay?
Look at John, playing Mr. Cool, acting like he could be less bothered about what the detective is saying. Oh, and then you got Brenda. She's being quite the defensive one.
So typically before we bring somebody in the interview room, we know a lot of answers to the questions that we ask. So we're looking, when we ask people questions, to see, okay, are they telling the truth about the information that they're giving us? Because I already know the answers to a lot of questions. Okay? Because I got called out the night.
Are you trying to trick me?
No, I'm not. I will never trick you. I will promise you that. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. Okay?
Oh, really?
Yep. I'm not here to trick you. Okay?
So it's quite clear to the seasoned detective that they both are hiding something. It's clearly visible, and they're clearly feeling guilty. So all the detective has to do now is basically just ask questions and look for any little tiny clue, any little slip to these strategic questions. The real question is, will John or Brenda walk right into the trap or be able to slither their way out?
And you said this was her boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
And what was his name?
Andrew.
Okay.
Trying to think what his last name is. He had two last names.
Well,
but Andy.
So how did these two first meet?
A friend of hers, Ben.
Okay.
Benjamin.
Okay.
Not Ben that I was with, a little kid, 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid.
Okay.
And she met him that way.
Okay. So when did she meet him? Do you remember?
Early summer.
Early summer of just this last year?
2019.
Okay.
I believe.
So
or maybe late summer of 2019.
Okay. So they meet through this kid Benjamin.
Mm-hmm. And they knew other people.
Okay. And then are they friends? Do they turn into dating? What kind of relationship do they end up in?
Kind of like they were buds kicking around, know. I think they was at some point or whatever.
Right.
They were robbing me blind, and I kept looking at them and I was going, I said, if it wasn't for my daughter, I'd be beating your ass right now.
Right. So were they both stealing from you, or your
She was
daughter?
allowing it.
She was allowing it?
Taking him into my house.
Okay. So now did he stay at your house for a while? Or he was just, she was allowing him to come over?
Mm-hmm. And take stuff.
What kind of shit are they taking from you?
All kinds of stuff. If you go look at the house, it's full of everything. It's crazy.
Right.
There's Wii systems, Xbox 360s, there's games, there's, every one of my kids, even actually, I always got them a TV, I always got them a game system, always got them, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Spoil them, I guess, I don't know. But,
John wastes no time at all painting a very harsh picture of Andrew. His bitterness is obvious, but this just gave the detective all the confirmation that they needed. And next, they set their sights on Brenda, because it's only a matter of time before one of them breaks.
I got called out the early morning hours of the 22nd of October, reference your car being found over in Hilliard.
Okay.
Okay. So your car was parked on the side of the street and it had been abandoned there.
Okay.
Okay.
And where did you say that was?
Over in Hilliard.
You said by some park.
Yeah, there's a park over there in the area of Everett in Nevada. Not Nevada, I'm sorry, Everett in Napa. There's a park over there, Rochester Heights Park. It's a small little park over there. So anyway, your car was over there, okay? So, somebody called it in abandoned, okay? So obviously the plates on the car, they come back to you, okay? So officers get there and they end up looking inside the vehicle, okay? So what do you think we found in the vehicle?
I have no idea.
Okay. See this? Remember what you read?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think we found in the vehicle?
Was there weapons or something?
No. Homicide, right?
Okay.
What do you think we found in the vehicle?
I don't know.
Well, if I'm a homicide investigator, what do homicide investigators do?
The only thing I could think of was there a weapon or something that was used? You said you found something in the vehicle.
I don't investigate weapons. What do homicide investigators do? What do we investigate?
Murders.
Murders. You just said the $100 question. So what do you think I found in your vehicle? A body.
Really?
Yep. And you know what? I know from my investigation that you know that. Okay, so let me tell you, Brenda, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been doing this 36 years, and I know that you exactly know everything about this thing, okay? Now, what I want you to do, Brenda, is don't dig yourself into a hole, okay? Because you don't want to go down that road. Because you don't want to get yourself caught up in something that at this point, right now, in this avenue, you have a chance to maybe kind of get off on a side road and help yourself.
Am I being accused of murdering?
No, at this point, I'm not accusing you of murder.
Because I didn't know there was a body in that car.
Okay, but let me tell you this. Who do you think that body was in that car, if you had to guess?
Considering that somebody's missing, possibly Andrew.
Okay.
It's almost like teaching a child something as easy as the alphabet or letters and shapes. But even Brenda fumbles. She's clearly acting dumb. She's clearly hiding something. And she's doing a horrible job at it. And then you have John attempting to paint Andrew as the villain. But very soon he's about to be hit with the full weight of the situation.
Did this guy say F you? Did you contact him? Did you try to talk to him? Did something happen? Was he a smug little, was he like a smug little punk?
No, I'm thinking he stole that goddamn car.
You're thinking he stole what car?
That car, that Honda.
The Honda? Okay.
Must have.
Okay.
I thought, for a long time we thought Ashel had it, and then, like I said, then Brenda said, fuck, Stephanie. Stephanie can't drive. Right. We'd be called by the paramedics coming to get her because she's getting a wreck so fast. Right. Night times, right. Whoa. Right. No, I've driven with her, tried to, and said, pull over. No.
Well, John, you know as well as I do, this is not about him stealing that car. Okay, you know that, I know that.
Well,
you know as well as I do. You know as well as I do that his body was in the trunk of that car. You know that. You know that. And you know, like I said, I've gathered evidence. There's forensics evidence. There's biological evidence. There's DNA evidence. That's the reason you're sitting in this room today.
So it's obvious that John has no clear answer at all. And while the detectives are very eager for a confession, he knows he has to do something. So what he's going to do now, he's going to switch up a little bit. He's not going to speak to him as an accuser. He's going to start speaking to him as a friend. And just like that, the real reason for this horrific crime would soon come to surface.
Man to man, you killed him. It is what it is. I get it. He's a piece of shit. He trafficked your daughter. He sold her for $1,000 and he's a piece of shit. I get it. Okay? And I get you were angry. I understand that. I understand as a parent, as a father, I get it. I understand it. Tell me what led up to it. What happened? What did he do? Just be honest with me so I can go to a judge and go, look, this guy's a good guy. He worked for the county for 18 years. He's an upstanding guy. This guy trafficked his daughter. Okay? You can only push a man so far before we draw that line in the sand and say, this isn't right. This isn't right what he did. My daughter will pay for this for the rest of her life. It is not right.
Murder's not right either.
Well, sometimes it is what it is. Okay?
Well, the judge and jury ain't going to say that.
But a judge and a jury will hear your story. They'll hear your story. But it's important for you to tell your story because a jury needs to hear your story. When a jury is looking at this video,
Are they looking at you and going, you know what? This guy's a prick who is just an asshole and he shouldn't have done it? Or is it a jury who listens to your side of the story on this video and goes, you know what? I got a daughter. I get it. I understand why this guy did what he did. I understand it. Okay? I understand it. They need to hear that from you. They need to hear your side of the story. It's important for you, for what happens after this. This is your chance. This is your chance to tell that jury right there what happened and why this piece of shit got what he deserved. That's all I'm telling you, man to man. Tell your story. Tell me what happened.
Well, I'd like to kill him.
Okay.
I really, but no, he stole the car, evidently, because he's in it.
Well, you killed him. I know that. So,
Okay.
once again, John.
How do you know I killed him?
Because I have evidence. I have statements. There's more people. There's more people than you that know about this. I don't have you arrested here for no reason. Okay. Once again, I'm just trying to get you to tell the people that you'll eventually talk to in front of a jury. What happened? Okay? Well, just tell me what happened. I know about the property up north. I know that you never intended for that car to end up in the city of Spokane. That was got to be like a.
Well,
let's be honest. You had to have an awesome moment when the police showed up on your doorstep Friday. You had to go.
Well, I'm sure your buddy could see I was having an awesome moment.
I could tell.
Looked right at him
I could tell you were. So you know right there when the major crimes detectives walked up, you went.
Oh, yeah.
They found Andrew's body. You knew it.
John is clearly cornered, but what really tightens the noose around his neck is how much the detective already knows. That's because John and Brenda, they're not exactly masterminds, okay? Let me tell you what they did. They bragged to their neighbors about what they did, and the neighbors did not hesitate to call the cops. John's still trying to squirm his way out with every little effort. Meanwhile, Brenda, who's clearly more defensive, isn't backing down either. She takes a step further than John, and that's when the investigation takes a interesting turn.
But Brenda, it's time to be honest with me.
Isn't John overhearing him?
Yes. Yes.
And what knowledge do you have of that?
Okay, I'm not going to give you all what I have, okay?
You want me to give you information, but you won't tell me anything?
Well, because you have to understand, the problem is, this is the problem. If I sit here and tell you what I know, right, then, like I told you before, the reason I ask questions is to just verify that what you tell me is either you're telling me the truth or you're not. If I sit here and tell you all the information I have about what I know and why I know it, then if I ask you a question, you already know everything I told you. I can't determine whether you're telling me the truth or not, okay? So I'm not going to sit here. I can't sit here and tell you what I know because I just can't. But I'm trying to help you here. I really am, because I'm just trying to figure out, I get it. I get how angry John had to be. I understand as a father. I understand that this father did things to your daughter that no human being is supposed to do to daddy's girl. And I understand why your husband was angry. And I understand why he did what he did. Okay? But you need to be honest with me about what you know about this, okay? I know the car belongs to you. I know where the car was parked, where it sat. I know the names. I know the property where it was at. I know all these things, okay? I've been to the property where it was at. I've been pretty much working 24/7 on this case since the time I rolled up on Friday night last night and found a body in the back.
What property where it was
your
at?
car. Huh?
What property?
It's up above Riverside. I know exactly where it's at. Okay?
I didn't know where it was at.
Okay, well, I know where it's at, and I know where the car was parked. In fact, there were deputies up on that property back in March, and the car was sitting there. Okay? So I know, believe me, I've done my homework, Brenda, and like I said, I'm not trying to be not at all. I told you from the time I started that I was going to be completely honest with you, and I have been nothing but honest with you. There was a body in the back of your car. The body belongs to Andrew. I know from my investigation that John killed Andrew, and we need to deal with that.
How do you know that?
Believe
I don't
me.
believe that.
I have evidence from the car. Okay, I process the car. People leave trace evidence behind. People leave other evidence behind. There's biological evidence. There's fingerprints. There's a whole array of evidence that get left when a crime occurs. So I have evidence, and I have other things. Am I going to sit here and tell you everything? Of course not, because I'm not going to do that. All I'm asking you, Brenda, is I get it. You're between a rock and a hard place. I completely understand that, because John is your boyfriend, okay?
My fiance.
Or fiance. I apologize. And I get it, you're between a rock and a hard place. But you also have to understand at this point, you don't want to get caught up into this to where we charge you, okay? If you have knowledge, which you do, then all you need to do is be honest with me. That's it.
So, just like any typical suspect, Brenda, she is convinced that the detective is bluffing, and she stands firm by John, refusing to let the truth slip. But what she doesn't realize is the man she's protecting, he's about to let the truth slip.
I mean, we're being honest, right? We're being real men. We walked up and you went, look at that.
She really don't know much about it.
Brenda doesn't?
No.
Okay. Well, that's one thing I told Brenda, too. It's like, Brenda, obviously, I mean, I don't want to get her in trouble.
Right.
The only way she would get in trouble is if she knows things that you told her, or she witnessed things you did.
Right.
And you're telling me that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're telling me that, was she involved in the murder? No. Okay. Was she present?
It wasn't even.
Was she present when
the murder?
Okay, so what happened?
Okay.
What happened? Tell me.
Well, he was going to rob a friend of mine.
Okay.
After all this, you know.
Okay.
And I said, who are you dealing with? And he told me, I said, he's bad news, dude. I said, call him up and get him to come over, you know.
Okay.
And so I come walking out around the corner, and he's like, and I said, oh yeah, you know, and we sat there and we talked, and he lied a couple times, you know, and I said, no, you don't get to lie. And then finally he admitted, yeah, I sold her for $1,000.
Right.
My daughter didn't tell me she got sold for $1,000. He told me he sold her for $1,000.
Right.
And that's still, and I said, you're being honest with me? Just like,
right.
And I said, so I'm thinking we can work through this.
Right.
You know, but I'm mad at her. And I go, why? Why would you? My daughter's got a good heart. She wanted to help you out. And then spit on me. Okay?
Yep.
And that's when he got zip tied.
Okay.
And the sock stuffed in his mouth.
Okay.
And I still wasn't going. And that son of a, I could get down here, and he said no. And I went to grab him, and he come flying down and doing a headbutt. And then I lost my cool.
Right.
I went from beating on, and my hands hurt so bad, and I'm doing hammer fist, and then I took a knife out, stabbed him. I don't know how many times, it's quite a bit, because he kept breathing and moving, and then it's like, whoa, you know, you hear that noise.
Right.
It's like, oh God, you know, this horrible animal.
Right.
So John had been waiting for Andrew the whole time, and we just found out that he had a knife and a zip tie with him. Yo, this clearly does not seem like John was just there to talk, but that's just the beginning. He's about to reveal even more, making it painfully clear this was not some sudden outburst, that it was planned from the start.
Came back with me driving it.
Okay.
He was in the trunk then.
Oh, he was in the trunk of the Honda?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I took off with it.
Okay.
And then she just, where are you? Get your ass. And I didn't want to tell her.
No, understandably.
So,
right.
So, yeah, I mean, so. But yeah, no, I did it.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I'm not proud of it, you know.
Well, he pushed you.
And he's an idiot because he was going to live.
Right.
I mean, I would have probably beat his ass. I would have untied him
Right.
and let him swing.
Right.
And try to, you know, or fucking stupid kid.
Right.
You know, just everything. You know, I'm trying to be cool with him, and then he ends up just being a jackass.
Right.
Like, are you kidding me?
Right. So did this happen then at your house? No, up at the property? Where did it happen at?
Airway Heights.
Airway Heights, okay. Down in Airway Heights? Okay. And when did it happen? Do you remember the date or close?
No, I think it was November.
Of last year? Okay. Okay.
It's been about a year.
Okay. So you put him in the trunk of the... So it happened down at Airway Heights, and then you put him in the trunk of the car out there, and then where did you drive the car to?
My house.
Your house?
Like I said, he'd be and he'd be more than happy to show you all his little trinkets but anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you drive home, she's pissed off because where the f*** you been?
Right. But everything's cool and everything. Right. It's like whatever, and then I got rid of the car.
Okay. Where did you take the car to?
Or by Miller's one stop up north.
Okay. Is that Mr. Pierce's property?
I don't know who's this.
Mark Pierce. Oh, okay. What's
some old guy? But
it's probably the same guy. What's on? Let's put it this way.
There was a bus.
Yeah, we were at the property the other day. So, how come you chose up there? Did you?
I knew there was another car that was parked that was broke down.
Okay.
And I knew somebody, and they told me about that, and I said, well, then that car looked just fine sitting there.
Oh, so it didn't look out of place. Okay. So you parked it there like clear back in November?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering, we were kind of theorizing. I'm wondering if somebody was out there and just needed a f***ing ride and decided,
hey,
this.
Put a battery in it.
Oh, is there no battery in it? Oh, did you take the battery out? Oh, when you dumped it?
All right, so we got John talking about all the details, giving everything they need. Brenda still has no clue that he's even confessed, and she's definitely not going to be able to protect him anymore. With John going to be behind bars for a long time, Brenda now knows it's all about survival. So she's going to play that emotion card, trying to throw it on the detective nice and thick, even though she's broken inside with misguided hope. Let's watch what happens.
Well, you may not know it was in the car, but you know that John killed him, and I know you know that. So I'm just saying.
Why would you say that I know that?
Because I've talked to a whole bunch of people. This wasn't a secret that was well kept among some people. So all I'm saying is, just be honest with me. I mean, look at this. Do you not think that Andrew's a piece of shit? I get it. But in the eyes of God, in the eyes of everything else, we have to make this right for whatever happened. And there's mitigating circumstances. And I'm going to talk to John, okay? And I will ask John. I mean, I get it. I get the anger. I get what he did to his daughter. I can understand that stuff, okay? I can understand that as a father.
I don't think you do.
As a father.
I don't think you do unless you've had that walking his steps or my steps. Would you understand that?
Well,
to have your daughter tell you exactly what she told us,
right?
And there's nothing. Nobody was doing nothing for her, for anybody.
Well, and I guess you're right. I guess the only thing I can tell you.
And why haven't there been any follow-up?
Well, it sounds like what you told me was, it's because Stephanie. That I don't know. I don't know. I understand.
We made the initial complaint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, and then never got contacted?
No.
Okay, that's bullshit. I agree.
Yeah, you think so?
No, I'm totally with you. I didn't know about it.
Then how come I've never seen you mark down Jones? Ever.
Okay.
Mark down Jones. Who's Jones?
Well,
you tell me.
Well, that's something I will look into.
Please do, and I want to know.
Okay, and I will. That's my plan. Yeah.
Because I might have a lawsuit going on, okay?
Okay.
Because there has been nobody helping my daughter, and then she ended up down in California and got again.
Right.
Watching Brenda, she almost seems proud of what she did. And both her and John are sticking to the same story. Brenda's claiming that Andrew pushed her into the night. But there's no direct evidence to back that up. Once more, Andrew, he was diagnosed autistic, which makes the situation even more tragic. And get this, during the murders, Brenda kept repeating the song, crying, 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 as Andrew begged and cried for help while he was being tortured. So with all of these factors, the statements that John and Brenda are making right now really don't matter a diddly shit.
Okay, were his feet zip tied at that point too?
No, not at that.
Not at that point, okay. So after you leave with him in the car...
No.
No? Oh, no.
No, I got him right there, because when he come flying headbutting at me, right, it's on and cracking.
Gotcha.
And then I'm trying to stuff him in the trunk, and then he throws his feet out at me, and then that's when I grabbed his feet and zip tied him, and I said, no.
Gotcha.
No. I said, you're being stupid, you know, and then he comes lunging out, and it's like, that guy is a idiot.
Right.
But if he would have listened to me,
right,
and went and talked to Mar or any of those other guys, right?
Right.
They would have told me, yeah, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Don't do nothing stupid.
Don't push
I
him.
mean, why do you want to go there?
Right.
Well, I get along with just about everybody.
Right.
But you want to come and doing stupid shit, I'm not running.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Any one of the...
So it sounded like there was more than one knife?
No, this is just that one.
Just the one, okay. Okay. So that occurred in the trunk then? That occurred in the trunk is where you stabbed him? Okay. And I know you said earlier quite a few times, but you're not sure the exact...
7, I think.
7. And where at about? Do you remember where you stabbed him? Right in the torso?
Okay. Probably would have got a rib or two, I would think, also.
Right. Okay.
Saying, I mean, I don't know. That knife made it feel like butter. It was the strangest feeling. You know?
Oh, really?
God, horrible.
Oh.
Horrible.
Gotcha. Okay. So the people that out there in Airway Heights,
they knew nothing
did they see what happened outside at all? So all that happened outside?
Back behind their house.
Back behind their house.
Mm-hmm.
So the initial discussion, when he first saw you, that was inside the house where he went? Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you were waiting outside for him?
Yeah, he never made it in.
Oh, so he never got in? Oh, okay, so you were waiting for him outside. Did he drive out there, walk, or how did he get there?
Somebody dropped him off.
Oh, okay, so you just kind of stood in the shadows and waited?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you were saying earlier, your intention when you first went out there wasn't to kill him.
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
No.
So what was your intention?
Stop a robbery.
You were going to stop the robbery, and then you wanted to talk to him.
Confront him. I wanted to beat his...
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put the zip
and
tie...
I don't know if I can beat his... Maybe, maybe not.
Right.
Right.
So when you put the zip ties on, was your intention after you got the zip ties on was to beat his ass?
No.
No? Oh.
No, yeah, we were still going to... I was going to let him...
Or did you put the zip ties...
Just so he wasn't hitting me while I was driving down the road.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't going to put him in the trunk.
You weren't going to what?
I wasn't going to put him in the trunk.
Okay.
He's going to be riding...
So you plan to take him somewhere else to fight then?
Yeah, and up at that park.
Oh.
Benbur Park, whatever that...
You were going to go out there and kick his ass?
Yeah, I was going to go...
That was your intention?
And he's right by his house.
Gotcha. So when we looked in the trunk of the car, there was a certain item back there. Obviously, there was the body, but then there was another item back there. It was
a concrete block.
Yes. What was the deal with that?
I smashed him in the head with it.
Oh, okay. When did that? In the sequence of
Before
events?
I stabbed him.
Before you stabbed him. Where'd you hit him at? Just in the head?
Okay.
Did it knock him out, or was he still awake? Or?
Well, it knocked him out,
Okay.
but he was still breathing.
Oh, okay. And then you started stabbing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and I'm sorry, like I said, these facts go in my mind a million places. As he's going in the trunk, he's already zip tied because he put his hands behind his back. And then did you zip tie his feet when he's outside the trunk, or after you got him in? And then
After I got him in.
Then you zip tied his feet.
Because it was I wasn't planning on doing nothing.
Right.
He was supposed to be riding with me and doing all this stupid shit.
Gotcha.
And then he's lunging at me with his feet.
Right.
And, kicking. And I was like, gee, I'm going to have to get zip tied because I had them in my back pocket.
Right.
Doubled them up and then there you go.
Right.
And I thought about just leaving him in there, and then he started kicking with the zip tie, striking out.
Right.
And it just escalated.
Okay. Was the brick just already in the trunk then?
Mm-hmm.
So with all of the zip ties, the knife, the sock, the duct tape, all waiting in the car, the evidence was just too much. I mean, if he just wanted to beat him up, he could have done so. He did not have to torture him and continue to beat him. And then when he tried to escape, he just responded by stabbing him multiple times. If this isn't murder, then I don't know what is. And even after all of this, they still thought they were in the right.
So I guess what I'm asking, Brenda, can we go in and can we have an honest conversation?
I don't know anything.
Okay, Brenda, you're not telling the truth. And I'm being completely honest with you. And I've been honest with you.
So am I going to be arrested because I don't know anything?
No. What I'm telling you is you need to tell me the truth about what you do know. And you do know things. And I understand the anger that is, welled up inside you. I do understand that. And I understand.
I'm sorry, I don't think John should be charged with anything.
Well, John, I in what you're talking about, correct me if I'm wrong, you're talking about morally, not criminally. Based on morally, right? Is that what you're saying?
Ethically.
Ethically, right. Okay.
Especially when there was no cops that were there when we asked for help.
Right. I know you have knowledge of what happened. I mean, I know that. And this is the problem, okay? You can technically be charged with you can technically be charged with a crime.
So if John and I were married, would we still be facing this? Would you be asking me questions?
Yes, I would still be asking you questions about what happened. Yes.
You know what? I would go to jail for anything as long as my daughter was safe.
Right.
I would.
Right.
I was like, you know what? I really don't give a shit as long as my daughter is safe.
Right.
My daughter is not being sexually trafficked by some piece of scum that sold my daughter for $1,000. Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm not saying. I think he's a piece of too.
For $1,000 for drugs, sold my daughter to trafficking rings.
Disgusting. He's a piece of.
I would go to jail for that again and again and again. Right. And I don't really give a shit. That's my.
I understand why John was pissed off. I completely understand it. I get it. Tell me the reasons. Tell me about his anger. Tell me. So I can put this stuff down to try to help him. Tell me what happened. Did he confront him? Did Andrew say, F you? I don't give a f what I did to your daughter. Tell me what happened. Tell me what led up to this. So I can document this out to say, this isn't a bad man. This is
John.
This is a man that got.
How do you know it's John?
I told you. I got notebooks full. I know it was your husband. That's not even in question.
That's just hearsay.
No.
Does anybody have evidence?
Oh, I got evidence. I've got evidence. Like I said, your husband's in custody right now, so I can guarantee you I have evidence. Otherwise, we don't arrest people if we don't have evidence. We can't do that. The reason your husband is under arrest is because I have evidence, okay? And your husband is going to be booked tonight for murder. But give me some ammunition over here to help him. What happened? Did Andrew piss him off?
I need to speak to an attorney.
Huh?
I need to speak to an attorney.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I wish I could help you, but I love John, and I'm not going. I didn't do nothing.
Okay. Well, that's
I didn't do nothing to bring him arrested.
Okay. Well, that is entirely your right. Like I said, I haven't charged you with anything.
I just know that he's a good dad.
And
he's been a good. These last 2 years have been hell.
I get it. He made a bad decision and he got pissed. And
Who says it was a bad decision?
Well, okay.
I'm telling you, if it was me, I would have done it.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
And if you were the father and that happened to you and nobody else was following up on if your daughter was, you would have done the same thing. Right. Don't tell me otherwise.
Right.
So even without directly confessing, Brenda has revealed everything the detectives need to know. And as for John, the detective already have his confession, but as the interrogation near its end, the final damning details make the entire situation even worse.
He's zip tied in hands. He won't quit being a dumbass. Mm-hmm. You zip tie his feet. He won't shut up. So you put a sock in his mouth and then tape. Yeah. And then he's still being a
No, and then he's throwing, lunging his feet at it.
So that's when you...
And he almost came out.
Oh, okay.
It was like,
So there's a cinder block there. You grab the cinder block and, like, you just throw it, or you hit him, or how do you...
I kind of threw it.
Kind of threw it at his head, hits him, but he's still conscious.
Well, kind of.
Kind of.
Really.
Not really. He's kind of out of it then. And then at this point, you take the knife, which you just have in your pocket or coat.
No, right in here.
Like on a
clip.
In a clip. So you take the knife, boom, and then just go to town on him? Okay. And you think most of the wounds were in the abdomen?
That's where all of them.
Any in the neck, or?
I don't think so.
Okay, so mostly the abdomen.
Stomach and abdomen.
And then at one point, he kind of starts like what you described as the death.
Death girdle.
Okay.
What a horrible sound.
And then you realize this went farther than I thought.
Well, yeah, even, this is like, oh my
Right.
Like I said, I just sat there.
Right.
That's why I got always mad because I didn't come home. I was just
Gotcha.
freaking out.
And get you that too. I appreciate it, John. I know this has been hard for you. I appreciate you being honest with me. I get it, and like I said, I just want to thank you for doing the right thing. Well, I know. I want to thank you for doing the right thing. I really do. Okay?
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that John and Brenda, what they did for their daughter, was justified? Well, the law finally answered, because John was charged with first-degree murder and sentenced to 25 years in prison. And on the same day, Brenda was also charged first-degree murder, and she got 8.5 years in prison. Justice was served.